Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Coffee Pro, friends. Today on the podcast, we are talking about something that I'm personally very excited about this because we're spearheading this, but we're talking about a new subculture that's emerging in the coffee industry. And I think this has been a long time coming. And 2020 has finally been the moment when it could happen. And this is a new subculture that I'm proud to say that Mapper Forward is spearheading, because it's a subculture of people that make sense to me. And those are the kind of people who are open-minded, and they're critical thinkers and independent thinkers, and this subculture is kind of tired of being told what they should think by gatekeepers, and they want to be able to be challenged and challenge each other. They want to be held accountable, but in a non-threatening and non-destructive kind of way. And what I'm seeing emerging very proudly and very excitedly, I'm seeing a group of people and businesses emerge out of 2020 that are saying, listen, I want to be able to decide for myself what I'm going to do, how I'm going to operate, what I'm going to think, how I'm going to be challenged, who I'm going to be challenged by. And I want to be able to find other people like me and unapologetically step into that space. And essentially who they're looking for are people who are aspirational. They're aspiring to continuously be better tomorrow than they are today, and better today than they were yesterday. And they get to decide what that means. We have a subculture that's emerging, that's vibrant and accepting of people. And the way that we're cultivating that subculture is by showing up in ways that are sometimes pretty terrifying. So what that means is saying things that challenge yourself and challenge each other. Challenge the status quo and challenge long-standing ideologies in the coffee industry that perhaps make people no longer want to hang out with you. And what do I mean by that? Coming on my podcast and having a conversation with me and disagreeing with me about something that you can talk about. Like, there have been people that have come on the podcast and told me that there are things that they disagree with me about. I have a ton of respect for people who can do that and then talk about why they disagree with me, and we can exchange ideas. Folks, this hasn't been the way that our industry has typically been run. Our industry has been very polite. Our industry doesn't talk about the toxicity. Well, it hasn't up until 2020 talked about the toxicity that exists. We've been quite a dysfunctional industry that doesn't talk about the toxic secrets that exist. And that's changing. I have been so proud to see people who are a part of the Mapper Forward community say things to me like, hey, I watched this video that this person who I really, really admire released, and I think I'm having a problem for the first time with some of the things this person is saying. And here are the reasons why. A year ago, I wouldn't have thought this way. But now I'm questioning some of the ideologies that this person's bringing to the forefront. And I see too much ego in what they're doing. Now, whether I agree with that or not I'm really proud of people challenging their own beliefs about the way that they are showing up for themselves in their career or in their business. And I don't think that there's been a time in history where that's been normal in the coffee industry. It's still not normal now, but we are creating a subculture. And hopefully that will reach a tipping point. And it's my goal to create, whether it remains as a subculture or not, it's my goal to create a space where people can safely be challenged, where people can anticipate that the community that they're a part of doesn't have a problem holding them accountable to their words, and they know that coming in. It's a respectful space, it's a respectful community, it's an inspiring community that looks to encourage and motivate and lift each other up. I've been searching 20 years in the coffee industry for that kind of community and couldn't find it. Not because it didn't exist. I just couldn't find where it existed. And I couldn't find a community that would accept somebody like me into that. And what I mean by somebody like me is it's usually a boys' club that allows that to happen. But if you want to be a part of a collective of people that elevate each other, that hold each other accountable, they're open-minded, they're into just exploring new ideas and ideologies, we're here. And we're really proud of what we're creating. And if you want to be a part of that kind of thing, reach out to us and we will show you how you can become a part of the community that we're building. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.